Good Friday afternoon. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. Are you seeing the shower activity out there to round off your work week? If you are, I'm here to tell you what the rainfall rate is like in your neighborhood. If you're not, I'll show you when you might potentially see some rain coming up here in the next couple of hours. And if you miss out on the rain, well, I'll certainly tell you what we are all experiencing is an uptick in the moisture content for today. That translates into a much more muggy feel out there. Dew point change over the last 24 hours. So between yesterday afternoon and this afternoon is pretty drastic all across the area, between 5 to about 10 degrees of an increase in how much moisture there is out there. So dew points are a measure of the amount of humidity in the air, so compared to the actual air temperature, and I'll show you what that's looking like right now. But current check of temperatures right now, 90 degrees at Bush, 90 degrees at Sugarland. You'll notice some rain-cooled spots there. Hobby 84 degrees, Pearland 85. That's also a lot of reflectivity from the added cloud cover we have out there. But look at the dew points, mid to upper 70s. When we look at how that feels for you, when we get into the 70s, it starts to feel like a free sauna out there, getting very, very close to that instant sweat type feeling when you step outside. So that moisture coupled with the daytime heating from the solar radiation is translating to a little bit of rise in that moisture and the fruition of some thunder showers out this afternoon. So let's look at some of that wet weather activity that we have all across the area. A little bit of lightning associated with some of these cells, but not much of it over the last 10 minutes area wide. We've seen 20 lightning strikes, 12 of those being negative, and now we've seen a reduction over the last 10 minutes, 3 of those being negative and 13 of those being positive. This is going to fluctuate throughout the day, but the majority of these cells are not producing too much lightning, which is good news. They're not really intensifying too much. I was looking at the size of these storms just a couple minutes ago. They're about 15,000 feet in height for the majority of them, and once they get to 30,000 feet, that's when we start to see them gain intensity. So they're just quick downburst type showers, but I will say some of these are packing quite a bit of moisture as they're passing through. So just keep that in mind. If you do plan to drive in some of these spots, you will be hit with some heavy quick downpours, some of those tropical raindrops that are a little bit bigger in size. So we saw a quick downpour there in Highland Heights. We're seeing some of that shower activity pushing towards the airport. Cloverleaf has seen some rain over the last 30 minutes or so, and Hawthorne Place, so that same shower that's pushing towards the airport right now, had quite a bit of juice with it. So over 1.5 inches of rain over the last hour with that cell that passed through there. So we can expect similar rainfall rates with that storm that's pushing towards the airport. A little bit further east towards Spencer Highway, we saw a big storm cell that dumped down some nice rain. LaPorte is seeing some of that shower activity right now. Short Acres down to Seabrook. If you've traveled along Red Bluff over the last couple of hours, you definitely have seen some wet weather and some slick roads for you. So just over 1 inch of rain for Spencer Highway over the last 3 hours. And so in the outskirts of these areas where we see the turquoise colors, we can expect between 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rainfall there too. Taking it towards Liberty County, we've seen some rain that's accumulated, some beneficial totals there too. We like to see the rainfall rates stay below 2 inches. Once we get above that, that's when we start to get a little bit concerned about potential ponding or issues with poor drainage areas. But for the most part, all the shower activity has stayed below 2 inches, and that's spread out over a couple of hours. So that's good news there. Roman Forest and just the area southeast of you, you've seen about close to 2 inches, 1 inch and 7/10 of rain. Dogwood Acres and areas to the east, you've seen some rain, and we'll continue to see some of those showers push towards Daytown Lakes, towards Liberty, towards Devers too, before exiting Cloverfield. You've seen that too. Towards Brazoria County, Boone, you've seen some wet weather over the last 2 hours. Angleton, you've seen the shower past your area now. You'll notice as some of these storms die down, they send what's called an outflow boundary, and they start to spark up some storms further towards the west. So we'll see this cycle of storms for here over the next few hours. Once you start heading back home, I think things will start to clear up. So 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll start to see things wind down. But for right now, I do want to make you aware that the rainfall rate with, say, this shower that's happening in Boone right now is about 4 inches per hour. Does that mean we're going to see 4 inches? No, these storms are moving quickly, but because they have the potential to bring that much rainfall over an hour, if they were to stay parked there, that means they are bringing us some heavier rain, some of those bigger raindrops that might have your windshield wipers working a little bit extra on this Friday afternoon. Here's a current check in temperature. So even if you're not seeing the rain, you're feeling how much moisture is out there and the potential to see the shower activity a little bit later on. We're seeing 86 in Ingleton right now, and in Palacios, Wharton, you're getting close to 90 degrees. Bush, you've hit your high for the day. Sugar Land, you're there too. Brenham, you're at 92 as well. What does it feel like out there? Feels like the triple digits at Bush, the century mark. Feels close to that in Brenham. Columbus, you're getting close to that as well. Feels like 97 degrees for you. So when you step outside, not only be mindful you might be needing an umbrella for today, but be mindful you'll definitely want to keep up with your hydration too. How does the rest of our Friday evening shape up? I told you that the window of opportunity for the rain is going to be confined to this afternoon. As far as this evening goes, I think a lot of your plans are actually good to go. So we'll see the fluctuation in temperatures over the next few hours, just depending on how much cloud cover you have and if you see that rain cooled air. By tonight though, 85 degrees, we'll see things dry up. We'll see mostly clear conditions by 8 o'clock. A little bit of cloud cover on and off here throughout the evening, but otherwise the moisture that is falling down will start to subside. Now the moisture sticks around though at the surface and will spark up some more showers as we head into tomorrow morning. That's a snapshot at 8:30. I'm going to walk you through your weekend so you can know what to expect. Now if you're in some coastal areas, say Matagorda, Brazoria, you have the best chance to see that wet weather for tomorrow morning. Do you have plans to maybe go to the park, go for a run, go for a bike ride? If you're within the city center or really anywhere central part of town, you will be fine until about maybe the lunch hour. That's when I'll start to be watching radar for a couple of showers pushing towards Austin, potentially Waller, Fort Bend, and then Harris County. I think your shower activity will come in at around 1, 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then by 5 o'clock things start to settle down and we'll see another quiet evening, and then a similar pattern on Sunday, except scaling back even more so for the rain. So let me give you a little perspective. Today's rain chance, 50%, meaning 50% of us seeing the wet weather, 50% of us not. Tomorrow we drop that potential to 40%. So 40% of us will see the shower activity, 60% of us will not. And then Sunday, 30% chance for rain. That means 70% of us will see dry conditions. So that's a snapshot at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, coastal showers, so Matagorda, Brazoria, potentially getting into Fort Bend by 1 o'clock, and then a couple of streamer showers possible by Sunday afternoon, but a lot of the activity is going to stay west and east of town, kind of avoiding Harris County, and then we'll see things quiet down by Sunday evening yet again. Now, the wet pattern does continue into this weekend like we talked about, but it will be scaling down from what we're seeing this afternoon. So 40% Saturday, 30% on Sunday. And notice those temperatures are going to start building in, and that's going to be the trend for the 7-day forecast. Thursday is the first day of fall, and it's really not going to feel like that because we're going to see a temperature spike. So we're going to have this heat dome above us. High pressure is going to block a lot of the shower chances as we head into this coming work week, and it is going to favor lots of sunshine and lots of heat. So I know rain can be a little bit of a nuisance when you're trying to make plans and dodge it, but enjoy it while you can because a dry pattern is on the horizon.